we will absolutely look at any nominee with a lens of what they're going to do on women's rights. And I think what you saw in the women's marches just 8 days ago, historic numbers all across this country, that was about women's equality, women's rights, and women's ability to make their own decisions about their health care, including pregnancy. I think that any senator who's looking at those marches should think long and hard before voting for any nominee that would go back to a day before Roe.
So even if Trump puts in a nominee who is against choice, the way the Supreme Court is balanced right now, are you seriously concerned about Roe getting overturned, or do you think even if there isn't a chance, you should still keep it?
Look, we will stand up for women's rights and look at any nominee to the federal bench and where they stand, particularly on Roe versus Wade. I think, and it was so wonderful to hear the governor today here in New York say adamantly that this state will protect the right of women to make their own decisions about pregnancy. That's what Planned Parenthood is about. That's why millions of people have marched in this country. And I think it's really important that folks of all parties look and see what women are saying in this country, which is we are not going to go back.
But is every state having their own law good enough?
Good to have a constitutional right if you can't actually access it. That's why Planned Parenthood, we're so proud to provide health care all across this country. And what I think was important about the Women's March was that it wasn't simply in Washington, D.C., and New York. It was in my home state of Texas. It was in Idaho. It was in Florida. You looked everywhere you looked. There were women and men saying women will not go back in this country. And that is absolutely, it was an historic march, but it was just the beginning.
The theme of this rally today was, whatever they do, we will fight back. How do you fight back against a Congress that is controlled by Republicans and a White House that is occupied by a Republican?
Well, it's interesting. Planned Parenthood was started by Republicans all across the country because women's needing access to reproductive health care doesn't come with a party label. And in fact, the 2.5 million patients that come to Planned Parenthood each year, they come in because they need high-quality, affordable care that we provide. There are a lot of Republicans here today. There are a lot of Republicans in office who know that this is something that women care about regardless of party. It's been interesting, even with some of President Trump's own supporters, half of them support continued funding for Planned Parenthood. Some of the Trump supporters are patients. They don't think that's what this election is about. This election was about shaking up Washington in their minds and getting the economy going. It was not about taking women's health care away nor their rights.
On that note, when people talk about defunding one of the places where you get criticized is your salary. Is that something that you consider changing? Making a deal with Congress and cutting your salary to keep funding?
It's really important you understand what defunding means. We're not a line item in the federal budget. Every single dollar that comes to Planned Parenthood is a reimbursement for health care. We operate just like every other hospital, every other healthcare provider. And that's what's important. So when Paul Ryan says he's going to defund Planned Parenthood, what he actually means is he's going to say to women and men, you can no longer go to the healthcare provider of your choice. We're simply saying women should have the same right as members of Congress, and that is to go to the place that they believe provides the best quality of health care. And repeatedly, for millions of people in this country, that's Planned Parenthood. Yep, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone.
Good to see you.